Welcome back to the Forstein's YouTube channel, welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and the Maidstone United save the Rolling Stones. And in today's video we are in the playoffs. Last time we just missed out on automatic promotion on goal difference, and Hartlepool won the National League and won promotion to League 2 as champions. So that means that we have to play through the playoffs, and in today's video we are going to be facing Leyton Orient, and if we are victorious we will do the playoff final as well today. And hopefully we will still get promoted to the Football League. If you enjoy the videos, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Now I'm on the squad screen because I was looking at contracts. We had a lot of players who were going to be out of contract at the end of this season, and we still have quite a few players. I think, how many is that? About a dozen players that at the moment aren't on contracts. Now some have been offered out. I've offered one to Morgan, and I think to Magnus as well. I'm not quite sure. But the rest of these guys, I'm not sure that we'll keep them around. Reason's been offered a new contract as well. The loanees are going to go back to their clubs. I don't think we'll reloan them. We'll just try and get better ones for the new season because we want to try and improve the team. But yeah, some of the guys have been tied down. The ones that aren't are probably going to leave. So there's going to need to be a lot of work in the summer to build a squad that either will get us promoted if we miss out this season or keep us in League 2 next season. I haven't decided if I want to do like a summer transfer special or if I just want to jump straight into the new season because there's a lot of work to do in between. We're just going to focus on the playoffs. If you did miss last episode, we lost 2-0 to Chester, and you know that really upset our chances of winning promotion. We started the episode top and we ended up finishing... Well, we ended up in third after this because we lost 2-0. And then in the final match against Halifax, we did win 3-2. But Hartlepool scored twice in the last 15 minutes to defeat Tranmere and win top spot. Filed in the end, I think, drew in their last game. So they finished third. We came second. Hartlepool came top. Now, as far as the playoffs go, they are a bit different, and this was only implemented this year, which is why I didn't recognise it. And that is the fact that 6 teams qualify for the playoffs this season. It's only been introduced this year, so that's why it was a bit new to me. So the teams that finished 4th to 7th would be in like a preliminary playoff, and they'd face each other. And the higher team would get the home draw. So, for example, 4th place would face 6th place, and 5th place will face 7th place. I think that's how it works. As you can see, Leyton Orient and Dagenham and Redbridge won, and we've drawn Leyton Orient in the semi-final. And as the team that came second, we get a home draw against Orient, while Fylde finishing third, they get the home tie against Dagenham and Redbridge. So that does give us a bit of a home field advantage, but there is just one leg. So if it goes to a draw, I imagine it would go straight to extra time and penalties. So this is the team that played against Halifax, and they won 3-2. They did well. I'm going to make one change and bring on Anderson for Akiotu. We played with 2 target men last time, and it was actually pretty good because Loza and Terhorst have been in terrible form recently. They've not scored in a long time. I'm going to go Hines for Terhorst as well. I think that's all I'm going to do, though. Reason's still suspended. I think this is his final match that he's suspended for. Yeah, this is his final one. So if we do make the playoff final, then he will be back for that. But if we lose this, then he'll be back for the FA Trophy final, which will be next episode, actually. I didn't even remember about that. I forgot about it. We're in the FA Trophy final, and that will be in Sunday's video. So the new week will be the new season. So I should be able to play up to the new season for Tuesday. I've got plenty of time to do that. Anyway, let's send out this team. We're on standard and flexible. These are the instructions we have. We've just got working the ball into the box, stick in 2 positions, clearing the ball to the flanks, and a slightly higher tempo. Now, Leyton Orient is a team that we haven't beaten yet this season. We had a 1-1 draw at home, and in one of our first away games of the season, they beat us, I think, 5-2. So, but that was early in the season where I didn't really know the team, and we were still, trying to get a good team together. So, we had a really bad start to the season and conceded 5 in our first 3 away games. The home game, we did draw. Hopefully we can go one better and win this one. I don't want to say the pressure's off. I'm going to go for the media team talk, which has motivated a couple of players. And individual team talks, again, there's some good listening there, a bit of nerves. Hopefully we can come away with this with a win and make the final. Okay, we don't need the scores up anymore because, this is the playoffs. It's just us and one other team. We'll find out who we're going to face in a potential final after the game. But as you can see, Leyton Orient attacks coming down the right. We're going down both sides at the moment. They've got a 4-2-3-1 with what looks like 2 defensive midfielders. And coming up to 15 minutes, neither team here has had a shot at goal, which is a bit disappointing. I'm going to go for the early crosses. We're going to try and retain possession. And we do actually have a highlight here. 25th minute of the game. Joe Pigott in possession. And here's Tommy Raitt. Goes backwards to Finney. Finney with a long ball. Looks for Sam York. Headed clear by Clark. And now Juckle for Orient. And now Houston. And Agu, who sounds like a baby trying to say his first words. And just keep the ball there. And now Houston to Dykesdale, I think that is. Eagles. That's not Chris Eagles, is it? Is he in the National League now? And an effort. It goes wide. First shot at goal goes Orient's way. Possession's a bit more equal. They've got a little bit more of the ball than us. Let's try and push forward. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff here. We have had a shot now. Free kick to defender. 14 minutes played. And it's headed at goal. And it's eventually cleared. There was a bit of a scramble, but it is eventually cleared from danger. And Judd now with the ball for Orient. We haven't looked ourselves in recent games. Against Chester, we just couldn't put away our... we were just awful. And here we've just had the one shot. And our home form has really suffered as of late. And the first half is over. Extremely boring. Very, very boring. Let's try and calm them down a bit. I'm going to say you've been unlucky. So, oh, God. That's not good. It's not unlucky. Okay. Let's try and save this. Oh, my God. They hate me. They hate me. Literally, everything was negative. All right. That is the worst team talk I've ever had. Literally everything was red. I'm stunned. That's literally the worst thing that could have happened in that. Hopefully we get some more chances and go for some goals here. That's a good long ball though. Joe Piggott's up there. Needs a bit of support though. And then sliding tackles attempted and there's a shot at goal. That's not a bad chance. First minute of the half as well. I've got to encourage as well just to try and G him up a bit. They're looking complacent. I'm going to put the tempo back to normal. I'm going to try and close down a little bit more and just try and just pump it into the box. See, we're still on a standard at the moment. I don't know if I go up to control. I don't want to be caught on the break. Attacking is going to be just as bad for that. But I'm not seeing a lot here. Get creative, I'm going to say. I mean, the ratings are terrible today. Really bad. Alright, we're going to bring on Willard for rates. Just try and change that left side a little bit. Piggott's had an awful game. We're going to get him off. Let's try Loza. He's his best roles as a poacher. We'll try that. But yeah, this has been really boring. Extremely boring. And, hopefully extra time will be a bit better. 69 minutes here. But do we have a chance here maybe? Throw in, and Loza has it. He's gone to Prestige. Got a lot of red shirts to get through though. Sam York and Zavon Hines. And he hits a post. And the rebound is in. 70 minutes. We take a lead. Finally find a way through. Zavon Hines gets the goal. And we lead 1-0. And, if we can keep it, we'll be through to the playoff final. Loza to Reece Prestige. And then, Prestige to Sam York. And then Hines makes the run. And the first effort hits the post. But the rebound goes in. 1-0. I'm just going to encourage them again and just try and see if we can keep hold of this. I don't know if it's deserved or not. I mean, both teams have just been really poor. Sam York to Jeb and Reece Prestige here. He's got a potential shot at goal. Willard has a shot and that was pretty close. Not far off. Looks like we're going to win here because Orient haven't offered much themselves. For some reason, E. Harris has over a 7 even though they haven't got a goal. And here's Loza, and now Reece Prestige. And can Prestige find a goal? Yes, he can! Wow, that was a rocket. I don't know if it came off the underside of the bar or if it was powered by the goalkeeper, but we now lead 2-0. And we've got about 10 minutes left, if you include injury time. Let's see what happened here. So it was Hines with a free kick. It was headed away by Caprice. And then Loza to Prestige, and then Prestige with the effort. And I don't know, it looked like it was like the underside of the bar. I'm not quite sure. Going to make our final change. We've got a few minutes left. Prestige is going to come off. And we'll bring on Josh Hare. And we'll play him, just a little bit deeper. His natural role as a defensive midfielder. Again, it's not been the most spectacular of games. But we're going to come out with a win, it seems. Unless Leyton Orient stage a late fight back. Lots of uninterested players out there, which is a bit worrying. Well, hopefully we can get to a final. Evan Harris is off. So they're now down to 10. 5 minutes of injury time. It looks like we're going to get through it. Magnus has picked up a bit of an injury, which might be bad. Who is it we'd bring on then? It would be, Winter, wouldn't it? So, that's not too bad. We have a defender that we can bring on. Hopefully it's not a serious injury and we can have him for the cup final if necessary. And no danger there from the cross. 20 seconds left there. Maybe one chance for Orient to get just a goal. And they don't even get that hair dispossesses. And now Willards. And, just keep on to the ball when it's going to be a 2-0 win. As a full-time whistle, Maidstone 2, Orient 0. It's a win. It was a bit scrappy. Like, there wasn't a lot that happened in that game. The second half was a bit more action-packed. Okay, that team looks gone better. I've said you're in the final, so, well done. That's all I've done, though. I don't want to upset that team talk and make it worse, so didn't do anything individually. After that half-time team talk, I wasn't sure, but they got a couple of goals in the half. That's good. And File won 4-2 against Dagenham and Redbridge, who were facing in the FA Trophy final next episode. But in the playoff final, coming up next, we are facing AFC Fylde. So, a team that we've recently beaten in the league. That was there. We beat them 2-1. And then earlier on, they beat us 2-1. So, it's a rubber match, really. Magnus is out for 2 to 3 days with a bruised foot. So he should be back for the final game. That's fine. That's in a week. So that's good. Okay, team meeting. We're going to offer some encouragement. I'm going to say that we've done really well to reach the final. Don't be too disappointed if the result doesn't go our way on the day. Because this wasn't expected. And everybody agrees. So that is really good. We're very good with that. The other teams that we did before the last game of the season didn't go as well because we weren't expected to get promoted and, might have been a bit too much pressure on them. They don't seem too fussed about the briefing, but we're going to do the same formation as last time. Probably the same team. I might go Willard instead of Rate, but I think we'll go pretty much the same. Magnus has passed his fitness test, so he's absolutely fine. So I think we just stick with the same thing. Although we do have Reason back. So we're going to put him onto the bench in place of Hare, because Prestige had a good game last time round. We're going to leave him in the starting 11, but Reason's on the bench, so we can bring him on if need be. I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to make Rate support. It was attacking for some reason. I think I might have done that by mistake. But I'm going to just do the same thing and just add Reason onto the bench. Again, I'm going to go with the media one. Listening keenly, that's good. And again, let's just have a bit of faith. That's not a bad team talk. And here we go. So the final at Wembley, Maidstone versus Fylde, one of these teams, hopefully us, will be promoted to League 2 and to the Football League. So it'll be a first return to the Football League for Maidstone since their rebirth. And they got kicked out of League 2 in 1992. So this would be their big return if they can win this. And we've got an early chance potentially here. And it's kept in play by Platt, who, well, we'll never know what happened with that. Early stages, we've got loads of possession. Let's try and control it. And try and retain possession. And again, go for the early crosses. It's gone back down to 50% now, which is just typical. Going to go for a structured shape. First 15 minutes. We've had a shot on target. Possession is more or less equal. Highlight here, 20 minutes played. And it's Jones for Fylde. Now Barkworth. Jones to Hardy, and now Rowe, and Bell's through, and well, that should have been on target. It should have been 1-0 Fylde. Free kick to defend now, and it is just over. A couple of highlights for Fylde, but they have not had a shot on target yet, though. We've had one shot, and that was on target. 6 fouls, which is a bit worrying. Going to close down a bit more. Again, turn that off. Again, there looks like room for a very dull first half. Because it's still 0-0. And again, the forwards have not really delivered. Highlight here, 43 minutes have been played. And, Piggott's managed to get hold of the ball here, but the shot is over. I mean, he could have looked for Sam York there, but goes for goal. Bit of a mistake by the defender there. Half time, it's 0-0. I'd say it's pretty even. We've each had like 1 or 2 chances. Again, we'll do the same thing. Finney's looking stressed. Right. I'm going to say you weren't that bad. Because they weren't. They didn't do a whole lot wrong. So that's fine. Now, tactic-wise, I think, again, we'll try and pump it in the box and go for the direct style. It's Wembley. And start the second half. I'm going to go back to standards. We're on standard structured. And if we're desperate for a goal, we can go up to attacking. But I say we're not... Well, but we do need to score a goal. If we're going to win this, we're going to have to score a goal at some point. Long free kick by Finney. Hines will hopefully get hold of this, and he does. And it's in! It's Joe Pigott! I think it bounced off the bar 1 or 2 times. And Joe Pigott puts us 1-0 up. Just a minute into the half. A nice early goal in the second period. That's good. Finney with a free kick. And Hines managed to get to this first. I mean, the defender was pretty awful there. And then Pigott with the volley. And that's 1-0. Good stuff. I think Pigott is now top scorer. He was joint level with Ter Horst before this game. And he's now taken the lead there. So he's now our top scorer. Fired on the attack here, though. Magnus needs to deal with this. What have you just done? Oh. Reprieve there for Magnus. Touchline shout. I'm just going to encourage the players. Get a second goal. And, you know, it looks like they're getting promoted at the moment, but there's half an hour left. Still time for File to get into this, but they've only had 1 shot on target. We could look at making a change ourselves. Free kick to defence here. 65th minute of the game, and it's gone in. I mean, the defending there was non-existent, and Ross Sykes makes it 1-1. And there were a good 3 white shirts that just weren't being marked at all at the far post here. Look, there's just like 2 shirts there that there was just nobody marking them. Now they've got a free kick. This is a bit concerning now. They're having some more chances. Finney with a header away though. Pigott will look to start an attack here. And goes long to Sam York, who's pretty much just got the keeper to beat here. Is he going to go for it? He's brought down. Good tackle. Hines with a cross. And Pigott with a header at goal, and it just goes over. And now it's starting to get a bit tasty. Right, Prestige is going to come off. He's not had the best of games today. We are going to bring Reason back. First game back from his suspension. We're going to move Rate a little bit further forward as well. And just swap these 2 round to see what happens there. Just intrigued to see what happens. It's probably not the best time to do it in a playoff final. Get creative. I'm going to do 20 minutes left here. Still 1-1. Hines has had a good game. He got the assist. 15 minutes left here. Again, Rate's not had the best of games. So we're going to take him off. And we're going to bring on Willards. I think we'll save our last change for if there's extra time. Because I think we're going to keep our 2 strikers. And there's 10 minutes left here. We've got a corner. Reason with it. It's headed away by Taylor. Here's Joe Pigott. This could be the winner here. But Sykes wins the ball. And now it's Lawson and Muldoon. And where's the defence? Where on earth are the defenders? Muldoon is through on goal. Jones! You got to be kidding me. There was like 2 players back and that was all. And now we are 2-1 down. We've got to go attacking. We have to. Look, we just had too many players forward and they broke. And Muldoon squared it across to Jones, and Jones with a header. The keeper was a bit off his line as well. That's really annoying. If we're going to lose this right at the dead, let's get on Loza for Sam York. And I know we're going 3 up top, Matt. Jeb off. Loza on. Jeb off sounds like an insult, like piss off. Jeb off. Right, Loza's up top. Reason's going to be just the sole midfielder. Defending's been poor today, even though they've only conceded 2. Going to go route 1, high tempo, wide, closing down a lot more, higher up, getting stuck in, being expressive, and just go for it. I mean, do we go overload? We need a goal, so I guess we go overload. 2 minutes left plus injury time. This isn't good. We're on overload. We've done everything we can now. There's nothing else we can do. And they've got a throw in here. There's still plenty of injury time left. But File may be going for another goal to kill it off. Anderson with a header clear, though. Come on. Deal with this, Magnus. Goes back to Morgan. Morgan goes long. Goes for Sam York, but doesn't get it. Anderson. Sam York with a header. And again, we've lost the ball. We can't keep possession. And Muldoon's through here. He's 1-on-1. And he makes it 3-1. And it's all over. It's all over. And that's gutting. It is. I mean, the first half was very boring once again. And I thought we had it with that 1-0 lead, but they caught us. And again, the defenders let us down today. I mean, we weren't predicted to get promoted. No, we were like mid-table predictions, but this is annoying. Right, we'll go back to attacking, because, they could score a 4th here. There's not long left. It's full time. And we lose the playoff final. I don't need to see that. Come on. Fylde win the playoffs. Fylde are getting promoted to League 2. Which is, you know, have they ever been in the Football League? I don't think so. Apart from that, we weren't terrible. We had 16 shots, 7 on target. They had 16 shots in the end and 5 on target. So it was a close game, but I think our defending just let us down there. I'm going to say unlucky. That's fine. That's a good team talk. I'm just going to say I'm not happy with the defence, but that's it. That's annoyed me. To come so close. And like I've said before, my track record in playoffs, my win-loss record in playoffs is not good. I mean, usually I'll just crash out at a semi-final and not make a final. But we got to the final, and Fylde came from behind. Look at the minutes, 65, 82, and 92 minutes. We were less than half an hour away from promotion, so I'm gutted. Okay, so it looks like we're not going to see the awards until after the cup final. So, you know, we've got all the interviews and that now, the press conferences. So that is going to do it for today. There's nothing else to go through. We're a day before the FA Trophy final now. So next time we will play that final, and then we will have a look at the season, just have a little bit of a recap of the season, and look at, you know, the awards, see who won what. But, you know, we did extremely well to get to the playoff final, and unfortunately just came up short in the final game against Fylde. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully in the FA Trophy final against Dagenham and Redbridge, we'll have a bit of better luck at Wembley, and hopefully we'll come away with a trophy this season, but we'll have to wait and see till the next episode. For now, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when it's up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next episode for the FA Trophy final. Hopefully we'll get some silverware this year, and, you know, it'll make up for not quite getting promoted to League 2. You don't want to miss next episode, so hopefully I will see you then. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.